Something is happening in the world of cinema, and we need to talk about it. Because everything is changed now. Everything is changed now. A lot of theorists on the edge of cinema have been saying we need to change the industry, and they come up with plots and plans on how to save the industry. But the industry is dying. It's cannibalistic in a sort of Ouroboros, the snake that eats itself. It's a snake that's eating itself. It doesn't understand that capitalism and the creation of art are usually in conflict. And it's leaning in the direction of capitalism, more specifically in aligning itself to the dictates of a would-be fascist dictator. That's not okay, it's not good, it's creating mediocre content that is entertaining at best, but says nothing. It's junk food for the soul. I don't know that these filmmakers that I'm about to reference are not that, because I haven't watched their movies yet. I'm waiting for physical copies to come. That's how I like to consume, meaning Blu-rays. But it doesn't matter, because what they're doing is they're proving that a completely different model is possible. As Libertas continues to be rejected on the festival circuit, I'm coming to the conclusion, I know my collaborator and I made something good, like it's objectively good. I don't know if it's entertaining. I think it is. I think it's entertaining, but it's important. Maybe it's triggering the festival screener people who watch the festival and say yes or no. But it's not a quality issue. We shot in 8K RAW. It's good. Like, the sound is good. The video is good. The story is good. The actors loved doing it. What I am being forced to acknowledge, and I'm afraid to, because I've held the idea that Hollywood is amazing so close in my heart for so long as a goal, that it's hard for me to let go of it and embrace this new thing. Here's the new thing. Over the past few months, 3 people who started out on YouTube, basically really low budget independent filmmakers making short films on a variety of topics, or sometimes long films. Sometimes it's video game walkthroughs. Sometimes it's just make-believe lands. Over the past 2 months, maybe 3, these YouTubers have released movies in theaters, and the movies were the highest grossing movies for several weeks in a row, beating out big budget Hollywood movies. This is not trivial. This basically puts cinema back in the time of what many of us call the golden age of cinema, with Francis Ford Coppola directing The Godfather 1, 2, The Conversation, Apocalypse Now, Steven Spielberg making Jaws, Martin Scorsese making Mean Streets and a bunch of his other stuff. It reminds me of the 90s, when Tarantino exploded everything. Now, granted, he did not do it at nearly as low a budget as I'm describing. Pulp Fiction was not a $40 million movie. Bryan Singer's The Usual Suspects was not a $40 million movie. And the guy who wrote the book Rebel Without a Crew, which became the indie film Bible, Robert Rodriguez, made his first movie for $7,000, which I was like, hey, that's possible? And then I made Algorithm for $7,000. The means of production and distribution have shifted and become decentralized. You don't have to be in Hollywood anymore. Markiplier, who released Iron Lung, is not in Hollywood. He self-financed Iron Lung. And then he released it in theaters, using his 40 million subscribers on YouTube to pressure theaters to screening the movie in their towns. And it worked. It released in 3,000 theaters. And he got a 50-50 split, which means he got 50% of the box office and the theaters got 50% of the box office, which is better than what Disney gives them. Disney says, we want 90% of the box office for a little while. And if you don't agree to that, then they blacklist you. as a theater. They won't share their huge cinematic universe, be it Marvel or Star Wars or the next Pixar movie, with you if you don't comply. They are the mafia. Mickey doesn't have ears. Those are horns. They just happen to be circular. Now, I say that. I have friends who work at Disney. They produce amazing work. Iron Man was one of my favorite movies. I have held Hollywood as a destination for a long time. I wanted my life to be what I thought would be easier, which means bringing on collaborators like executive producers who will give me money to make stuff. It took me 10 years of hammering my head against that to recognize the flaw in that system. It took me another maybe year, and I'm not there yet because it's really scary to give up that dream, to recognize that that dream isn't real. It doesn't get easier with more people involved. It gets harder. Doubly so when the people with the money think they have some kind of creative control, which, because they have the money, if you're willing to capitulate to what they do have control. If you're not, they can take their money away, and then your project is basically over. Oh, something else happened. I use a program called DaVinci Resolve Studio. I have used Premiere Pro, I have used Final Cut 7, I have used Final Cut 10. Final Cut 10 is actually pretty good despite how many people piss on it. But I switched to DaVinci Resolve because it has unbelievably powerful tools. I'm working on the Don Garlitz documentary, and something wild happened yesterday. I found clips of his voice from an interview that were 10 minutes long. I isolated his voice only. I fed that into DaVinci Resolve, and I created a voiceover using my voice, and then I converted my voice to his voice. I didn't do this without his permission. He wants this stuff done. So I'm not stealing anything. It's not unethical AI that's gobbling up energy and water and all of the hard drives and RAM in the world for 2 years, which makes me as a creative, my life a little harder because I have to spend more to get new hard drives. This artificial intelligence was trained locally on my computer. No data in the cloud, no internet connection necessary. On my 2020 Mac Mini M1 with 16 gigabytes of RAM, I could do this. It took 24 hours. It took an entire day, but it worked. That's one part. Another part that's amazing is this thing called Magic Mask. I used it last week's video, kind of not really making note of it, but I want to show you more about that. Basically what it allows you to do is do a green screen shoot without a green screen. I can take objects from the world and basically highlight them and cut them out of their background, and then track it and render it so that only that object exists. I did it with the box of Jones Soda Sarsaparilla last week. This channel is work. This channel is work, and people are not really watching it, and I need to change that. And so I've been binging what Markiplier did in order to get his 40 million followers on YouTube. It's not something I can do, it's not something I want to do, his methodology. I have to find my own version, in the same way that I don't intend to replicate Casey Neistat. I gotta do my own thing. Markiplier started with video game walkthroughs that were incredibly successful. I don't want to do that. The video game I'm currently playing is Mortal Kombat 1, the Super Nintendo version. And I'm playing it mostly because I worked with Chris Casamassa. I don't know, he pronounces his name differently than I do. I've been hanging around with Spanish speakers, Mexicans mostly, and I'm adopting that accent and applying it to Chris's last name, and he's not Mexican. On Leaving Jackson, Colorado, which we will be releasing on YouTube, he played Scorpion in the first Mortal Kombat movie. He has a 10th degree black belt. He is brilliant. His scenes as Scorpion were crazy, what the man could do. Like the difference between a legit, highly trained, highly skilled, black belt, what he can do as a martial artist, versus an actor who gets trained to play a convincing role, there's no comparison. I play Mortal Kombat. There's no walkthroughs in Mortal Kombat. It wouldn't be very good because I haven't even gotten to the boss yet. And I set it on very, very easy. So video game walkthroughs aren't my thing. My thing are spiritual quests. And as I thought about that, as I got feedback from you and I was told that it was work, I came to realize that's what my movies are. They're entertaining. They're drama. If I have a hook like the sewer drug gang or the toxic chemical spill, then you watch probably twice as much, meaning you, the audience. But still work, still not entertaining. What I want to do with this channel then is I want to share my journey as a person and my journey as a person spiritually as a filmmaker. And then I want to show you what results from that. Today's episode is the music video I made for Nathan James. Nathan James is an unbelievably brilliant guitarist and singer and musician. He makes his own guitars. He has invented 2 different kinds of guitars. Like, who does that? I asked him if I could share the music video earlier this week, and he sent me a picture of a guitar that he built, modeling after someone else's body, meaning a guitar body that someone else made, but he found the wood, he carved it up, he shaped it perfectly, and made guitars out of it. That's the level Nathan James is. I was in a guitar club briefly with him when I was in high school. We were like 16, 17, 18. And even then, I watched him and he was better than I would ever be. And he has only gotten better since then. I decided to try and raise money for, some call it luck, by doing something called one red paperclip modality, starting with something simple and slowly trading up until I had the value of the thing that I wanted to trade for. Unfortunately, that didn't go very far. I may reboot it because I do have one object remaining that I'm not going to talk about yet, but what I ended up trading for is I started with, what did I start with? A Blu-ray of Algorithm. My younger brother bought it and traded me a Sonos soundbar. My friend wanted the Sonos soundbar, so he traded me the use of his event space. And I could have traded the event space for something else, but I decided to do something interesting because, you know, I'm weird. That's what I do. And so I made a concert, and I got Nathan James and Jairo Ortiz to play. And I wanted to sell out the concert with, you know, a couple hundred people. Maybe 15 people showed up. So economically, the concert was a failure, but everyone there had an amazing time. And the musicianship there was off the charts. My deal to get Jairo and Nathan to play, because they're both professional musicians, meaning that's how they make most of their living, was that I would make a music video for them. Jairo thinks I'm really good at my job, so he's waiting for me for him to get in a place where he has the idea of a music video that he wants me to do. Nathan, on the other hand, as he was playing in that concert, he played this song, and I immediately saw boots marching. That's all I saw. But I knew I wanted to make that music video. It struck me. It hit me hard. And when I have that kind of vision, I just want to make something. Fast forward a couple weeks later, Nathan asked me to come to a concert he was playing at a Carlsbad Theater, which is a really awesome little space. Love it. They mostly do plays, but they also do concerts. I went there. I set up my camera, the R5C, in like the 6th or 8th row back. So I'm about 60 feet away from Nathan. And I get the light and contrast and exposure set the way I want it. I got little clips from a bunch of songs, but I really wanted to get that one song where the people were marching in my mind. So I recorded that, and I turned it into this music video. Every single shot you see in this video is one fixed shot. Not the cutaways, not the drone shot, obviously, not the stock footage, but Nathan actually playing. There's a wide angle shot, and it's one angle with the R5C. Because it shoots 8K RAW, I can zoom in as much as 1600 100%. And as long as I'm exporting at HD 1080, it won't show at all. That's insane. That means I can fake 5, 10 cameras with one camera. And I do that in this video.
Oh, this next one is a little bit serious. This is a little tune that I composed. You know, that election that we had. Not the last one, but the one before it. People were just yelling at each other. You know, actually it was almost worse that 2 times ago in that election. People just arguing and bickering. And I thought I'd try to find a neutral ground on the subject and try to express myself without taking a political side. So I came up with this song entitled, I'll Never Listen to You. And it's when people are just arguing and yelling at each other. If you don't really listen to each other, then what's the point? You can talk real loud, but your words go right through me. You can shout it out proud, but your words don't ever move me. If you yell it to my face, don't even try to show me. If you won't let me speak, I'll never listen to you. Never listen to you. You're no better than I. This I am demanding. I ain't no better than you. Should be the understanding. If you waste your breath, don't even try to show me. If you don't let me speak, I'll never listen to you. Never listen to you. All right. Different now, many ways, many means. Whether you're right or wrong, whether you're right or wrong, whether you're right or wrong, you got to see. You got to see what your neighbor sees. You can talk real loud, but your words go right through me. Yes, you can shout it out proud, but your ways don't ever move me. Yes, you can yell it to my face. Don't even try to show me. If you don't let me speak, I'll never listen to you. Yes, I'll never listen to you.
That's it. The music is Nathan James. The first is that concert. The second is this little piece he did for the desert. Eventually I want to work with him on scoring a movie, but that movie is Death Row Book Club, and that's going to be a while. I asked him to give me this sample, and this is on one of the guitars he invented called a tritar. So this week's music is by Nathan James. This video has gone on long enough, but you will see me next week. Or maybe it'll just be a video of something that I produced. But I like these kind of intro things. Episode 17 of AvTau is over.